It is 3:30 in the morning
That it is.
and we are waiting for our transportation for our tour today. We're going to Rainbow Mountain, so we're really excited about that.
Montaña de colores.
When we came here in 2018, it was something that was on our list to do, but we didn't get the opportunity to, so we're really excited about going today. We have plenty of layers on. It is really early in the morning, and we have a really long bus ride, so we are prepared for it, and we will bring you along for the ride with us. After winding our way through remote highlands, we finally arrived at the starting point for our ATVs, a small base tucked beneath the mountains, where a warm, simple breakfast waited for us before the journey ahead. But getting here was an adventure on its own, a 3-hour ride along bumpy, narrow cliffside dirt roads, passing tiny villages and endless valleys. At times, it was a little bit terrifying, but the scenery was so extraordinary, you couldn't help but feel alive.
That's how cold it is here.
Okay, so we are on our ATV tour.
Yes,
we're
we
going
are.
to the Red Valley first, and then we're going to the Rainbow Mountain. We're super excited.
We're ready to go.
We're ready.
Deuces. So we are here, rolling through the Red Valley on our way to Rainbow Mountain. And it's a beautiful sight. I mean, absolutely amazing, speechless, priceless. And we're enjoying every minute of it. I'm ecstatic, I'm excited. Every verb you could possibly use to describe happiness, that's what I am. How you feeling, babe? Feeling good? Cold, looking great. Oh, that's what it is. Look at that view. Look at that. We're bringing up the rear. I think we got Arturo behind us, maybe. That's our tour guide. But we always bring up the rear. Never in the front, never in the middle, always in the back, bringing up the rear. Let's get it.
So you have an option to either hike up Rainbow Mountain or do an ATV tour.
And
ATV tours are pretty new.
Yep.
But so far, I mean, wow, just to see these views, I get this excitement out of riding up there instead of hiking. I mean, 10 out of 10 so far, would recommend.
Rainbow Mountain has a little bit of controversy with it, unfortunately. So way back in 2015 and 16 is when it sort of became viral to the world after global warming exposed the colors of it. But unfortunately for a town like Chilliwackee, which is where Rainbow Mountain is, there's only about 500 people. And so when this town became extremely popular with tourism, the town brought in not only hundreds of thousands, but millions of dollars. So we're talking about a Peruvian Andean town, of course, in the mountains, bringing in so much money. So how do you divvy it up with the people who feels like this place is sacred to them? And so what happened was, there was one particular guy from the community who was bringing it out. Like, he was the one who was leading the way, setting up the tours, setting up the horses to ride up to the mountain so that people could have access to it, and trying to divvy the money up through the community so that the people can share it equally. But unfortunately, in 2022, he was killed, and it's under investigation that it may have been the president of that community. And again, it's only 500 people within the community, but he was said to be stoned. Also, his face was unrecognizable, and he had a hole in his head. So that's the unfortunate side of tourism that no one tells you about. Wow, this place is beautiful, and all the mountains are there, and it's jaw-dropping. How do the people within the community handle something like this? And that's really something, you know, you have to live with if you come here and you're conscious and you're socially aware about what's happening in the world, and especially to especially with the people of small Peruvian Andean towns. So it's something that we need to be conscious of and be aware of. I'm following my crew. They sort of left me, so I gotta go. We're out. We took our ATVs up, and now we're headed up. Jump on a motorcycle, and we're gonna head up. These guys right here, they're gonna take us about 8 minutes up, and we're gonna be right there. To see that beautiful snow-capped mountain in front of us, El Sangante. We're close to 15,000 feet in the air, and we're climbing. So we just have to walk from here up to there, and we'll get to see the beauty of Rainbow Mountain. Whew. Whew. We've been up this high.
Yeah, we had to go to taxi in Ecuador.
And I believe we experienced the same thing, but that was a few years back, I guess. And as you get older, it doesn't get any easier. Not at all.
We made it to the top of Rainbow Mountain, and wow, the views are just insane. Every angle feels like a painting. We spent some time hanging out with llamas and alpacas, snapping pictures, shooting videos, and just soaking in those crazy colors stretching across the peaks. We had some fun on the way back down, and we spotted people riding up on horseback. Definitely a cool way to reach the viewpoint without hiking the whole entire way. Here are some quick tips if you're coming here. Dress in layers because the weather changes fast. Don't forget sunglasses for that glaring sun, and give yourself a bit of time to adjust to the altitude. It definitely hits you. No matter how you get here, Rainbow Mountain is one of those spots that makes every single step and every breathless moment totally worth it.
The checkpoint.
It was definitely worth it. And we're going through some bumpy road now. Look at the alpacas.